Welcome to my channel. Facts about animals. Mammals. Elephants are known for their remarkable memory, capable of remembering locations of water sources even years apart. Bats are the only mammals capable of sustained flight. Cows have best friends and can become stressed when separated from them. A newborn kangaroo is about 1 inch long and undeveloped. It continues to grow and develop in its mother's pouch. Dolphins have unique whistle, which is like their own name, used for communication. Sloths are the slowest mammals, with some species moving as slowly as 0.24 kilometers per hour. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. Hippos can run faster than humans, reaching a speed of up to 30 kilometers per hour. Cheetahs are the fastest land animals, capable of running at speeds up to 75 miles per hour. Koalas have fingerprints that are almost identical to human fingerprints. Birds. Penguins can jump up to 6 feet out of the water when they are swimming. Hummingbirds are the only birds capable of flying backwards. Ostriches are the largest and heaviest birds in the world but cannot fly. Owls are known for their silent flight, thanks to specialized wing feathers that reduce noise. The wandering albatross has the largest wingspan of any living bird, reaching up to 12 feet. Pigeons can recognize themselves in mirrors, a sign of self-awareness. Bald eagles are not bald. Their name comes from the Old English word bald, which means white. The lyrebird of Australia can mimic a wide range of sounds, including camera shutters and chainsaws. A group of crows is called a murder. Toucans have long, colorful bills that help regulate their body temperature. Reptiles and amphibians. Some turtles can breathe through their rear ends, which is useful when they are submerged. The Komodo dragon is the largest living species of lizard with saliva that contains bacteria, making its bite potentially deadly. Frogs can absorb water through their skin, allowing them to drink without swallowing. Chameleons change color primarily to communicate with other chameleons and regulate body temperature. Alligators have been around for millions of years and are often considered living fossils. Geckos can walk upside down on ceiling due to specialized toe pads that create van der Waals forces. Insects and arachnids. Ants are incredibly strong, capable of carrying objects many times on their own body weight. Bees communicate with each other through intricate dance patterns. The male seahorse is the one who carries and gives birth to the baby seahorses. Praying mantises are excellent hunters and can rotate their head 180 degrees to spot prey. Fireflies produce light through a chemical reaction in their abdomens, used for communication and attracting mates. The bombardier beetle has a unique defense mechanism, shooting a hot chemical spray at attackers. Tarantulas molt, shedding their exoskeletons to grow. Monarch butterflies are known for their incredible migrations, traveling thousands of miles on their wintering grounds. Dragonflies are skilled aerial predators capable of catching prey mid-flight. Marine life. Octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood due to the copper in their blood cells. Dolphins use a system called echolocation to navigate and find prey. The clownfish can change their sex. When the dominant female dies, the dominant male changes into a female. Sea otters are known for using tools such as rocks to crack open shellfish. The blue whale is the largest animal to have ever lived on Earth, with tongues alone weighing as much as an elephant. Wildlife conservation. Giant pandas are an endangered species with fewer than 2,000 individuals left in the wild. Tigers are also endangered with fewer than 4,000 remaining in the wild due to habitat loss and poaching. The African elephant's population has declined by about 30% in the past decade due to poaching of fur ivory. The pangolin is the world's most trafficked mammal, primarily hunted for its scales. The Amazon rainforest is home to a staggering variety of species, with many yet to be discovered. Behavior and adaptations. Some animals like the axolotl have remarkable regenerative abilities capable of regrowing lost limbs and organs. Lemurs are found only on the islands of Madagascar, and many species are critically endangered. Many animals such as zebras and giraffes have unique coat patterns that help deter predators through visual confusion. Hibernation is a survival strategy used by many animals to conserve energy during harsh winters. Mimicry and camouflage are common adaptations in the animal kingdom, helping animals blend in with their environment or mimic harmful species for protection. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.